Y. When suffix Y is added to a word, it can have many, many meanings. All right, sometimes it means somewhat. So, if Miss Fire said, oh, it's chilly, that means it's somewhat chilled. That means it's not freezing cold outside. It's just a little bit cold. Okay, so it can mean somewhat. All right, it can also mean a state of being. Okay, so if you are greedy, that means you're in a state of greed. A person who is greedy likes to keep things and not share them. So if you're in the state of greed, that means you're a person who doesn't like to share. Okay? It can also mean something that is small, like puppy or baby. Okay? So, suffix Y can have lots of meanings. So, we will use it in different ways according to how it's meant to be. So, if it's a word we don't understand and it has suffix Y, we'll probably talk about its meaning because it can have lots of different meanings. So, it can mean somewhat, it can mean a state of, or it can mean a place of, or something small. Okay. The next one. All right. ER, suffix ER. This is one that you will see a lot. All right. It has more than one meaning also. It can mean a person who does something. Like a teacher is a person who teaches. A baker is a person who bakes. A farmer is a person who farms. All right. It can also be used to compare things. Like in the word softer, it can compare two things. This is more soft than this thing. Or smarter or taller. So more tall than this, or more smart than this. So it can mean more than this other thing. And then the last one is EST. All right, EST and ER are related. They compare things. So if we talked about your pillows on the bed and you said, oh, my pillow is softer than my sister's. And your mom says, oh no, my pillow is the softest. So if you add 3 or more things that you're comparing in, you would use EST, meaning the most. So if it's the most of something, you would use EST. So softest, tallest, smartest. EST compares 3 or more things. Okay. Now, so here we have 3 again that I told you we wouldn't do. That's why we didn't use it. So freshest would be the most fresh, like the freshest bread. That's why we didn't use it earlier. Number 7. Frosty. Frosty. All right, this would be a state of. So the ground is frosty this morning. Frosty. Tell me the sounds you hear in frosty. F, st, e, frosty. Spell frosty on number 7. Frosty. Get ready. Frosty. Frosty. Suffix Y means the state of in this one. Number 8. Shortest. Shortest. I will take the shortest path to the park. Shortest. Tell me the sounds you hear. Get ready. Sh, or, t, est. Shortest. All right, let's spell it. Shortest. Shortest. Suffix est. Comparing 3 or more of something. Number 9. Farmer. Farmer. My husband is a farmer. Tell me the sound you hear in farmer. Get ready. R, farmer on number 9. All right, let's spell farmer. 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 All right, read your words at the bottom and spell them out loud to someone at home. Remember, those can eventually be on your spelling test, so you need to be practicing those words. And we're going to turn it over to the back to practice coding on practice page 59. All right, just a review. How do we code suffixes? We box them and make sure there's a root word left. How do we code digraphs? Underline. If it makes one sound, then we code it. How do we code combinations and diphthongs? With an arc. All right, how do we code final stable syllables? Bracket. Cross out your sneaky E. That's right. All right, let's get started. Number 1. What do you see we should code first? All right, we have a suffix, ER. If we cover it up, we still have a word, a root word, so it is right. So box ER. All right, now we have digraph NG and short vowel followed by consonant. All right. Next word, number 2. We have suffix er. When we box it, we still have a root word. We have digraph EA and CH. All right, which sound of EA do we always try first? Long E, let's start with it. Or each, preacher. Is that the sound? Yes, it is. All right, number 3. All right, we have a Y. It could be a vowel or it could be a suffix. Let's cover it up, box it, and see if we still have a root word. Do we still have a root word? Yes, we do. So it's a suffix. All right, now we have OU. Let's start with the diphthong sound first and try it and see if it makes the correct sound. If it doesn't, we'll try the digraph sound. Loud, cloudy. It does. So it's the diphthong sound. Remember, that's the regular spelling of it. All right. Number 4. We have suffix est. Box it. Do you still have a root word? Yes, you do. NG is your digraph. Vowel followed by consonant is short. Sound it out. Longest. Longest. All right, your next one. Now we've got OW. Always start with your diphthong sound first. Own, clown. Does it make sense? Yes, it does. Code it with an arc. Do we have a picture? Yes, we do. The next one. Suffix S. Even though it's not in this lesson, they're checking to see if you remember. Final stable syllable. DLE. Accent is on the first syllable. And then we have digraph EE. Have a lot of marking up on this one. All right, let's sound it out. Needles. Needles. What word? Needles. We have a picture of needles. Okay, now we're going to read. Remember, if you come to a word that you don't know in your reading passage, what are you supposed to do? You should code that word and sound it out, okay? Don't give up and ask someone right away. I want you to code it and try to sound it out yourself. That's how we become better readers, by decoding, okay? All right. Chad has a French horn lesson at 5 o'clock. He likes to go to his lessons and play. Now, you haven't learned this rule yet, so right here they're showing you play. That's how you sound it out. This is play, and this is showing you how to sound out play. His French horn. His teacher gave him work to do at home in math and reading. Chad must do his math and reading so he will be free to take his French horn lesson. The teacher gave Chad blank. Underline it and write it on the line. Alright guys, what sentence tells you his teacher gave him work to do at home in math and reading? Alright, what do you call that when your teacher gives you work to do at home? It's a compound word. Homework. So I could say the teacher gave Chad homework. You could copy it exactly like they have it, but I'm going to say she gave him homework. It's the same thing. I changed it around into a compound word. That means the same thing. So it's up to you how you want to word it. That's the wording I chose. Number 8 says, what subjects will Chad do at home? The choices are soccer and math, math and reading, or reading and French. Underline your answers in the passage and then bubble in your answer. It says his teacher gave him work to do at home in math and reading. Soccer and math? No. Math and reading. Yes. I used the same sentence to help me answer number 8. Number 9, at what time is the French horn lesson? 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Underline the answer in the passage and then bubble in your answer. Okay. It says Chad has a French horn lesson at 5 o'clock. So my answer would be 5 o'clock, the last one. And on the back side, you are going to review your coding rules, read first code, match up the pictures, and then read 1 through 6 to an adult at home. Read the passage about the little puppy and answer 7, 8, and 9. If you want me to check it, you can upload it to the Google Doc by taking a picture of it, and I'll be glad to check it for you. Don't forget, you need to review your lessons from this week. Tomorrow will be your spelling test for 11, and you will have your Saxon phonics test. All right, it will cover any of the spelling rules that we've been learning and that we've practiced. It may have some ABC order and lost and found. So if you haven't read lost and found this week, you need to read your Decodable 10, Lost and Found. If you've lost your book, I uploaded it into the lessons for several days this week. So make sure you've done all of that phonics for this week, because any of that can be on your test this week. Do your best work. Boys and girls who are doing their work will have their Friday surprise this week. Keep working hard.